Sup, Devils? J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Starting at the goddamn top, shit's starting to pick up a little bit around here, so that's goddamn good. It was getting dry as fuck, and that was going for order questions too. I said I almost fucking ran the fuck out. But Michael Spore fucking sent in a paid question. Meant to send you a paid ski the other day, but I got stoned and forgot. Yep. That's what's wrong with that dumbass fucking weed. Most useless goddamn drug on this fucking planet. If you're gonna take fucking drugs, you take ones that are goddamn productive for fuck's sakes. The only goddamn weed's good for, man, is if you got a hard time sleeping and if it can help you sleep. Use things as a performance enhancer. Don't use things that make you fucking dumb, lazy, and fucking fat ass with goddamn titties. Just dumb as shit. Your interview with Seth has been one of my favorites you've done so far. Yeah, I agree. It's one of my goddamn faves too, but the a lot of the bubbles didn't get the goddamn memo. Check that shit out too. Goddamn wearing Centurion shirt. Had dusted off. Haven't worn in a while. Then a goddamn Coors on a Chaos Gods. But DAWG's faves, of course, goddammit. He said, I'm sorry for the rest of the videos. Yeah, by the time you see this, the other 2 will be up. By the time I'm recording this, 3 out of 5 are posted. He's a question. What bands, particularly death metal, do you think have a near flawless discography? It's not many, I can tell you that. Doesn't mean you love every record, but a band you don't think put out any bad full lengths. Yeah, I get what you're saying. A band with at least 5 records under their belt. Yep. Because, yeah, if you got less than 5, it's like, dude, you still, okay, we got a flawless catalog. It's like you got 3 records. You didn't have much time to fuck it up. That's the thing. It's like, I hope you have a flawless catalog if you only got 3 albums. Granted, a lot of bands fucking don't. I mean, Jesus fuck. I mean, Entombed was questionable on their second record. If you ask this guy's humble ass opinion. You know what's another thing? That's kind of what's making it's just this wimpy ass fucking just society of today too. That's another band that's kind of annoying me more than ever in the last 5 years is Entombed. It's like, dude, back in the goddamn day, I didn't know anybody, and I mean fucking nobody that liked anything by Entombed after Clandestine. I don't know anybody. There's the argument too, because even for myself, at first, I didn't like Clandestine. It wasn't to be that underground guy. I didn't like the vocals. I was like, dude, they're kind of like hardcore-ish. They're definitely not as brutal as Path. I don't know. I'm not really digging it, but it grew on me. I like it now. It's the worst thing in the goddamn catalog. Left Hand Path absolutely smokes it. And then Wolverine Blues, the song Out of Hand is very, very good. I agree. That is a fantastic fucking song. As a matter of fact, the song Out of Hand, I think it's one of the best Entombed songs ever written. Outside that, who likes any of that fucking Entombed junk? But tons of people do now. Like, dude, everything Nicky Anderson touched is fucking gold. Dude, that guy's a fucking hipster goddamn poser. What are you talking about, dude? He abandoned death metal after 2 goddamn records? Then he's putting out that goddamn gay bar rock, the Helicopters? I would have, dude, like, why did that guy get all this goddamn respect? I was like, dude, most of his catalog is terrible. Fucking absolutely terrible. But, I mean, because more people today, granted, people soften the fuck up on them too, Carcass, they still rip on Carcass hard. Like, oh, they abandoned their fucking sound. Not saying they didn't. I was like, but at least with Carcass, they had 2 records that were started off with a, gore grind, and then they went to death metal. Entombed pulled a fucking 180 after second record, basically, a complete fucking 180. So I don't know why they get, because it's just, like I said, me growing up, I did not know a single person. Now I know somebody's going to put in the comments because they do every single time. Dog, I'm your age, I'm a slightly older, and I liked fucking all the Entombed albums, even the 90s, because I'll say that about Pantera and shit like that too. Like, dude, nobody in the underground likes dumbass fucking Pantera. No, dog, I always, Let's clarify this, Bubbles. Here's the goddamn problem. You weren't into underground music at that time, and you liked them because you're listening to Suffocation, Cannibal Corpse, and Deicide as fucking well. No wonder I didn't bump into your canoe ass. Dog was in the underground back then. I'm talking about people in the underground goddamn metal. I did not know a single fucking one of them that liked all these later shitty-ass Entombed albums. But now everybody's there, what do you mean? Fucking everything goddamn Nicky talks is goddamn gold. I don't know about that, brah. Fucking leave over this goddamn essay. Oh, yeah. Fucking a band that has, I like every full length that has more than 5 albums. Well, Entombed definitely ain't it, goddamn. He says, Deicide, Immolation, and Incantation are the first ones that come to my mind. I agree on the Deicide and Immolation, but for me, Incan and my cutoff is Blasphemy. I like Blasphemy down. After that, it's just too goddamn boring for me. I don't love all their releases, but I don't feel the need to turn any of them off. I don't feel any need to turn any of them off either. Thanks for the content, J-Dog. Yeah, so it's same Deicide, Immolation. Again, yeah, like I keep saying, but for all the fucking morons out there, the first-time watchers, obviously I don't think Deicide Till Death Do Us Part is the best album in the fucking world, but I still like it. There's nothing in the catalog that I hate, but yes, it's the worst in the goddamn catalog. Deicide, Immolation, like every Immolation, every Cannibal. I do like every Dying Fetus album. Again, but like the last one I know is Stop at Nothing. After that, they're good, but I couldn't sit there and name you a bunch of songs and shit. And air guitar, it's kind of all blurs together. Like if I walked in on War of Attrition, which I own, I wouldn't be able to identify it. I'd be like, oh, which Fetus album is this? I was like, it's a later one. I know that. Which 2000s Fetus album is this? Anything after Stop at Nothing, that's newbie shit in my book. Doesn't mean it sucks. Again, I own them all. I even own the last record. But they're all good. It's just like I just don't know them that well. Gore Grind, but Hemorrhage. Goddamn Hemorrhage, everything got albums. The TISH, obviously, every album's goddamn good. Dismember, every record by Dismember is good. And then I'm sure there's a few bands I'm forgetting, but that's, you said for death metal? That's Deceased, Nunslaughter. I mean, you can debate Deceased if that's death metal or not. You know what I mean? Especially the later stuff. I mean, obviously, Luck of the Corpse and Blueprints for Madness definitely is, but Fearless and Dead Machines Up, you could debate if that's death metal or not. But death metal from the grave, goddammit. But I put them in that goddamn category too. Tanner Callens, paid question. Hey, J-Dog, I want to get your opinion on touring bands that never release new material. Bands like Demolition Hammer. Hoping to interview Demolition Hammer. What's his face? The front singer, the front man, the OG guy. No ham and eggers. No newbies. I'm hoping to interview him at Maryland Death Fest. Trying to. He says bands like Demolition Hammer, Blasphemy, Repulsion, who have made a career touring for material that is over 30 years old, that have created nothing new. Then I imagine a comeback album from said bands would suck ass. But regardless, I find a band like Blasphemy doing multiple shows a year since 1993 on the same material every year kind of pathetic. Like they are cashing in. What's your take? Honestly, these days I kind of prefer it, to be honest with you, because, dude, if Repulsion does a new album, and Scott even said it, Scott Carlson said it, it's like, dude, it's not going to be as good as fucking Horrified. There's best case scenario, like, oh, it's a pretty good album, and he knows too. Okay, so we do a live show. He's like, everybody's just going to want to hear Horrified anyways. And let's cut the shit. That's what it is, dude. Like when Anthrax played Milwaukee Metal Fest, which they played, I think, up to the 4th album, but old songs, most of which, I recognized and liked. That's why I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not there to see your new crappy songs. Because most of them do fucking suck. So no, actually, I kind of disagree. I mean, because even bands that I do like, let's say like Immolation and shit, they barely play songs off the first 4 albums. In my opinion, because that's their best shit. I mean, that's they should be doing a bunch of songs off those and throwing a couple new ones. So no, I kind of disagree. Because, yeah, do a new album. All right, everybody's like Blasphemy. Everybody's going to just want to hear Fallen Angel Doom and shit. Even if the people like the new album, they're going to want to hear the old stuff. So I get it. It makes sense. Why put something else that's going to be mediocre? And, I don't remember if it was on the video or not, but Phil from Sacred Reich said to me, too, talking about a new album and shit like that, and that they're writing a new record. I was like, how many songs is it going to be? He's like, probably just 8. He's like, because when you break it down, he's like, what's kind of annoying, he's like, you write all these songs for an album. He's like, what, 2? He's like, maybe 3 you'll keep on your live set. He's like, what the hell is even the point of the other songs then? Nobody cares about them? He's like, you don't even use them or whatever. It's just a bunch of filler songs. I was like, you got a goddamn point. You kind of got a goddamn point. So that's why, like with Sadistic Intent and shit, they never done a full-length album. Do they kind of need to? They have over 20 songs. They can't do 20 songs live. What do you need all these songs for? They're not even worthy for you to play them live ever. And that goes for the Cannibals, the Deicide. Take a Deicide catalog, just to be completely unbiased, because I like them. What are some songs, I can name a shitload, that they've never done in their entire career live? I can tell you one, for sure. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong. I want some audio proof. Send me a goddamn link. Worrying in the House of Thieves. Off fucking, Till Death Do Us Part. As a matter of fact, I think maybe other than the title track, I don't even know if they've done any of the songs live. Now, maybe that's a kind of a bad example because they kind of admit that they don't really like that record. What's a record that they like? That they, I know for a fact they've never done anything live. Because that's a bad, because that's what they would say. Well, that was kind of we try to enter a contract on Roadrunner, fill it out. So no, we don't do anything off that. Okay, so that's going to be their argument. In the Minds of Evil, have they ever done Trample the Cross live? Can't think of I'm trying to think. I can't think. Let's say they haven't. But any albums that they do like and respect, there's definitely songs they've never done. What? Like why? Do you think those songs suck? You presumably when you record the album, you thought they were good enough. You thought they were good songs to put on the record. If they're like that unworthy, why did you even record them? Because what I'm getting at, and I said for new bands, but this goes for old bands too, but especially if you're a new band, where I said, I was like, majority of the songs that you write, I would discard, not even use. What do you mean, dog? Get other people's opinion. Play them for them. Play them a demo tape or whatever. Like, don't nothing released. Don't release anything. Just play them like a rehearsal, like that you recorded in your goddamn rehearsals to get for takes, and see what songs people like the most. Get some honest people giving you honest feedback too, like the DAWG. Not somebody that just blows fucking smoke up your goddamn ass and just tells you what you want to goddamn hear because you don't want to hurt your goddamn feelings. Get on opinions and because if there's songs that you're never going to use live, then you are already admitting these aren't very good songs. All right, don't use them then. There's no room, in my opinion, there is no more room in the metal scene or just music period for just filler shit. There's so much crap you can't. Even if you wanted to be just a complete goddamn metal historian and collect everything, because that's just your goal. Let's say you're a multi-fucking millionaire. You want to buy everything. Collect it all. You're like, if it's death metal, I'm buying it. I just want to, literally, I want a death metal museum. That's kind of like, in a sense, back in the old days, like Jim Kanye and stuff, rest in peace, that kind of was his goal. If it was an underground demo tape, he wanted it. He didn't even care if he didn't like it. Just to be like a metal library. Now, would he stand up to that today? Probably not, because it's overwhelming. It's just stupid now. So many dumbass bands. So there's so much just filler crap out there. If you're a band, dude, you better not be only writing standout songs, because it's all filler nowadays, dude. It's all it is, dude. It's I heard this again. And again, that's not old guy burnout syndrome. It truly is that now. Granted, I admit, looking back, like when I was 15, 16, and that's what the guys were saying around me, the Dwayne Morrises, the goddamn Dawn of the Dead, Jim Kanye's, those guys, and they had that said, I've heard this, Zoomed, it sounds like Carcass. Not really, but whatever. You could say this, you just have that syndrome now too. There is I'm sure there is, there's some of that, but at the same time, you have to admit everything's been done. You have to admit it is. Like, who's coming out new that's just, I've never heard this before. And again, if you're 16, of course you haven't heard before because you haven't heard fucking shit. You better have goddamn 20 years under your bullet belt and at least 1,000 pieces in your collection, counting CD, cassettes, vinyl. And yeah, you better have a collection too. Because if you don't, that means you haven't heard that much. The thing is it's not burnt out when you're at some position. Mine's like, I've heard it all, dude. Sorry for you if you're still super excited about a new death metal band coming out on Maggot Stomp. More than likely, you haven't heard very much. You're new to this, or if you're not new to it, so I've been in 20 years, dog. Okay, you have a job or something to where you're not affiliated with the metal scene, which I admit, I agree that I got lucky with that. So you're not around it 24/7. And let's say you have a family and kids, so you only get to listen to a record. Let's say you get to listen to like one CD or a record every other day. You don't even get to hear something every day. Yeah, you've been in it for 20 years, and you've been buying stuff for 20 years. But of course, it's still a little bit more fresh, and it's going to be a little more exciting. You haven't heard that much, man. There's days I can hear 10 records a day, easily, and just playing the warehouses one after another. So you don't have as much listening time as someone like myself, and there's guys that do even more. So yeah, when I hear more shit, like, what do we need this for, dude? There's nothing stand out about these songs. So... that was kind of the guy cashing in, Tanner. So I'm pretty sure I answered your goddamn question, right? Got a little bit off topic, but Michael Sungurov, big question. Hey, J-Dog, I know you did your favorite Corpse Grinder songs list in June 2023. Jesus fuck, man. I don't really remember doing it. Nonetheless, you marked the goddamn calendar. What are your favorite Cannibal albums with Corpse Grinder on vocals? Extremely easy. It's like, mine is Kill, personally. funny you say that. I think it's like one of their worst records, with the exception of The Time to Kill Is Now and Make Them Suffer. I think the rest of the album is, a lot of the songs are just very, very filler. Now I think the sound on that album is really heavy and it's got a good sound, but a lot of the songs I think were definitely lackluster. Parts a little too technical. Definitely, I thought until the last two albums, because those would probably take over. I would say so. For years, I always thought Evisceration Plague and Kill are the worst albums in the catalog. But ironically enough, the title track Evisceration Plague is extremely good. And Make Them Suffer is one of my favorite Cannibal songs. But I'm talking about the albums as a whole. I always thought those were the goddamn worst ones. But I would say the worst now is probably the last two. And it's not because they suck. It's just if I was to rank, somebody's got to be first, somebody's got to be last. You know, not everybody gets a goddamn trophy in the goddamn DAWG room. I'll rank it. I would say that the last two were the ones I like the least. But as far as favorite corpse grinder albums for me of all time, it's easily in this order. It's Vile, then Bloodthirst, then Gallery of Suicide, then A Skeletal Domain. Those would be my fucking favorites. I prefer, mine is Kill personally. I prefer Create a Kill bootleg over Vile personally. Also, do you think Barnes deteriorated over time as a vocalist because of too much marijuana? I don't know. I don't know his personal life. I don't know what he's done. I just know that after Maximum Violence, I didn't like the stuff personally. But you know what's funny is because people rip on that shit so hard, the SFU stuff. I'm like, dude, like songs like America the Brutal and stuff. I mean, it's catchy, it's bouncy, it's sing along. Yeah, I understand it's kind of more of a trendy song. You could say that, and it's not, Jesus Christ, how do you go from Butcher to Birth to this? But I'm sorry, dude. I'd rather listen to that any day, twice on Sunday over half this shitty ass fucking black metal that you guys all fucking love. Any fucking day over that, because the black metal, a lot of it's give me another dumbass Finnish black metal band that sounds like Clone number 2001. I'm like, it goes in one ear out the other. This shit is boring as fuck. Again, there's exceptions. There's stuff that I do like. Morgul's good as fuck. You guys know that. I'm not saying all of it, but I'm just saying a lot of it. I'm like, this is just junk. This is monotonous fucking junk. At least America the Brutal is kind of like, it's catchy, like America. I was like, I get it. It's memorable. I was like, it's elite. I remember it. This fucking Horna album or something. I was like, I don't remember it. I don't remember it being terrible. I was like, went one ear out the other, because people ask me like, dog, what do you think of Horna? I listened to them in the early 2000s. I remember listening to 2 discs. We got them in a trade from Warabun. Listened to it. Vroom, vroom. Next one. Vroom, vroom. Don't remember a fucking thing. I've heard America the Brutal once, and I remember it. Just singing the goddamn thing to you. Heard it once. At least that's memorable. Now, that's not going to be the correct vault answer. That's not the darkness and evil only. I don't crack a smile. I get that it's not that, but I mean the true answer, the DAWG doesn't follow any of these pussy ass fucking rules and doesn't abide by any of these fucking idiots and their goddamn so-called scenes, which is just full of a bunch of goddamn losers on all goddamn ends. I don't care if it's death metal, black metal, grindcore, thrash. It's a bunch of goddamn fucking losers. I would never hang out for the most part. So I don't need to belong to any of it. I just make up my own goddamn mind. I don't need the opinions of these fucking idiots. I tell it how it goddamn is. And yeah, people are laughing their ass at SFU. Again, yeah, I'm not a fan, but I was like, it's better than half the shit you're praising, dude. Most of it. That goes for this boring, stale fucking incantation worship, black metal, death metal as well. Bands that worship incan and stuff like that just sound like that. Take later SFU all day, twice on Sunday, 3 times on fucking Monday over that shit. I was like, I'm bored fucking stiff. Just am, homie. But nobody's going to come out and say that. The DAWG just tells it. I just give it to you gun barrel straight. But yes, now is that crowd homo as hell and homeboys everywhere and sideways caps and is commercial music? 1,000%. 10,000 fucking percent. I'm not denying that. But as far as what would I rather sit through? SFU. So, Robert DeLezzo, pay question. Dog, a few months back, one of my friends was trying to persuade me to see I Am Homo and Suffocation without Frank Mullen. I wouldn't go to that. You have to pay the goddamn dog. The only reason I'd go there is to get Terrence Hobbs a fucking Terrence goddamn interview. Outside that, zero reason to go to that. We never went, and then recently I showed him your video about I Am Homo. His question was, why does this guy call him Gay Dave? What do you mean? Because he likes penis. That's not me like talking shit. That's verifiable. It's on video. Ask the Carcass guys looking for them in the early 90s. They're fucking, they're scattering the porn shops to try to find the gay porn video they did. I mean, this is not me spilling, like, you don't know this? Like, this is known information. This isn't like, oh, dog, you're spilling beans, talking shit about Davey Boy. It's public information. Dude, everybody, slobbing all the goddamn place. Not slobbing on somebody's mouth, too. Somebody's knob, goddamn. Like a fucking goddamn blasted, like a goddamn shot in your mouth, you gay-ass bitch. This is public information, man. Everybody I know that's deep in the scene knows this. So it just sounds like you guys are a bunch of kiddos that are out of the loop. Like, what do you mean what I call them? Same reason they call the dog straight dog, hetero dog. Because I like vagina, like a real goddamn man. A real man bangs chicks. A non-real man bangs dudes. That's not a fucking real man. I mean, just again, I brought up that show Modern Family. Okay, you watch Modern Family or something? First of all, I don't really watch shows at all. But yes, I've seen it, and I think it's a decent show. The main reason I would watch it is because Ed O'Neill's in it. And I like Ed O'Neill, big Al Bundy fucking fan. He's the best goddamn character in it. But it's just funny because even them, because people are like, oh, dude, that supports the DAWG and shit like that. I was like, first of all, I can watch something, and like, I don't care whose agenda is or what. That's it. But at the same time, you really watch, I was like, they kind of make fun of them, dude. For example, like Cameron, the gay couple, right? They specifically, like on Mother's Day and shits, they treat him like a mom. And how he walks and stuff. Keep in mind, he's the one, from what I understand, he's not the gay one in real life. The redhead guy in real life is gay. Cameron, though, the way he does the acting and shit, dude, you're feminine. And he's purposely acting like that. That's not a man, dude. Mother's Day, yeah, you're subbing as a mom. You're not a man, dude. He's walking when he's running and shit. I'm not talking shit, and I'm not making fun of you, but dude, that's not a man. Like, that's just not. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, by everyone's definition, dude, it's not. And the show itself even says the same thing without saying in direct goddamn words. Hey, man, shit, brah. I'm just, again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what based off society fucking says. Just telling you. So, dog, as you can you go over all the reasons why you call Dave gay Dave? Dude, again, you're just out of the loop. Get in the loop and ask around. Because he likes wiener. If you like wiener, you're gay. If you like bun, like a real man, you're straight. I mean, did mama not teach you anything, homeboy? Jesus, fuck. I will then show this video to my friend when it comes out and laugh. You show him. Apparently, I need to define him what homo is and what hetero is. I guess he doesn't fucking know that. Jesus, goddamn fuck. Mama must be damn proud of you, homie. Come to a surge, you know what the fuck to do. Put the combat schedule in the morning. And don't forget them goddamn paid skis in the fucking description box, bubbles. Get your Dead by Dog tickets and get your goddamn J-Dog slogan shirt all in the goddamn description box. Later, goddammit.